Good morning, everybody. We are reading through Romans chapter 11 to 13. And yeah, it's too much. Too much. There's no way you can absorb this in one go. It's, it's just, it takes your breath away. I suggest you go back and visit it a bite at a time. Is the best way to do it. But don't go back and treat it like a law. I keep saying this a lot because people tend to do that. They think, oh, this is, and they strive towards it. They say, this is what I have to become. And they strive and they try to make those changes before they're ready to make those changes, before the Holy Spirit has prepared them to make those changes. And they get ahead of themselves and discouraged, and some even give up. This is for our encouragement. This is not to overwhelm us. This is not to destroy us. This is not to make us feel guilty. This is for our encouragement. This is what we are going to be. This is what we are growing into. Some of you are well into this. Some of you recognize yourself in a number of these, but there's other things that you may read and think, I fall short of that, or I'm not there, or, and it's okay. We're growing into it. That's what the whole process is. We're growing into this. We are becoming this. This is Father's design. This is what we are designed for. Isn't it incredible? This is what we are designed for. And as we discover the depth of His grace, as we discover the freedom that we have to choose these things, the more authority that we will throw off the old things. That will throw off those old things. The old way of thinking, the old way of acting, the old way of speaking. We will change, we will mature, we will grow, we will become more. And it's not what we're doing is we're cooperating with the Holy Spirit. We're cooperating with what the Spirit is doing in us. And so as we become aware of this, we become dissatisfied with the old habits, with the old system, and we throw it off. We didn't even know it was part of the old. And then we realize it's part of the old. So we throw that off and we make room for what the Spirit is bringing out of us, because it's all in us. He's bringing it out of us. And we are growing into this. The process of growing into this is just amazing. So go back and read it again, just a bit at a time, a bite at a time, and realize He is describing you. He's describing you, whether it's a year down the road, or 5 years down the road, or 10 years down the road, or 20 years down the road, 40 years down the road, 60 years down the road. This is what you are becoming. More and more of this. And it's exciting. It's an exciting process. It's an exciting process to realize that He doesn't hold these things against you, that you have the freedom to choose Him. It's just, yeah, it's breathtaking. You see, His kindness, there's a purpose to His kindness. His kindness is to melt hearts. I love that. I love how Paul writes that, how he puts that. His kindness, the purpose of His kindness is to melt hearts. And that's what happens. He pours His kindness upon us, because it affects a change. It changes us. The kindness changes us. It melts our heart. It takes down those barriers. It takes down all the things that are in the way of us becoming everything He wants us to be. He doesn't do it with punishment. He doesn't do it with name calling. He doesn't do it with berating. He does it with kindness. He calls us who we are in His image. He reminds us, and He pours out that kindness on us. And it's like, wow, man, this is awesome. I'm so glad I'm part of the kingdom. I am so glad I don't regret a day about deciding to follow Jesus and to be part of the kingdom, because it's just awesome. Even on those days that I think I'm going to be destroyed, even on those days that I think, how can I make it through this? And His kindness is poured in, His goodness. And I'm thinking, what a great dad. I love being part of this. I really do. Press in, people. Press in. Don't give up. He is so good. Love you all. Have a fantastic day. God bless.